Yes. So how did your beliefs affect your like daily life and relationships
Uh,
as we're all growing up?
well, so that's a pretty broad question because it's the both the both the theology of Scientology as well as the praxis of it, the actual practice of what you do in and around Scientology
Hmm.
is gonna affect a lot of things a lot more than just when you're going to church and so forth. Um, I mean, an example of that is so in Scientology, people the general belief is that you're spiritual. You're not just a meat body. You're basically
Yeah.
good. You want to be closer to you want to the goal is to increase your relative level of sanity and productivity and happiness and so forth and and try to move away from things that would detract from that. So as a result of that, I've made personal decisions. I don't drink. I don't. I've never taken any street drugs, and I don't.
Hmm.
I don't. I don't have any desire to. Not just because it's illegal or something like that. It's just because I don't dig the feeling of being less in control of my own thoughts and emotions and things like that. I don't like having a chemical running my life and so forth.
Yes.
So I guess
You
that
have
I mean
total
that'd be an
control.
example of a way that it would affect my lifestyle and my daily life. There's been a lot of other bits of it in terms of, you know, do I react a certain way because but before or after doing things in Scientology? Do I approach work in a different way? Do I what was I able to get a certain job, or was I motivated to do something in life because of something in Scientology? And yes, there's myriad ways that I could say that's affected things. I try to write these down when they happen, but it's just it's so broad that yes, I would say it affects just about every facet of life.
I would like to ask you, how did like your friends, your wife, how did they react when they like found out you were into Scientology?
Well, so that's also been varying. So my wife is already a Scientologist when I met her.
Yeah. Okay.
She actually went when I first met her. She was a friend of a friend. I got hooked up with her by another friend, and but she actually at that point was already working at a Church of Scientology in D.C. I wasn't living there at the time. So anyway, so there's already a lot of common ground there. There wasn't any big thing to spring on each other. Like here's my big thing I need to tell you, sort of a thing. Um,
Yeah.
but in terms of other people, it's here's what I found really. And I think that this kind of holds true with other religious faiths as well. It's like I've found that people who don't have a personal understanding of what their religion's about, you're going to have a really hard time articulating it to others
Mhm.
in a way that they can understand. Um,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like if you don't really know for sure what your faith is about and how it relates to you, and then when somebody asks you about it, you're just going to get defensive, and it's going to be rough. I don't know. I've kind of made peace with it, so it's been something that I just say, hey, yo, this is what I do, and people at work. I mean, people at work, usually don't say anything at work because it's kind of religion's kind of a
Yeah.
protected space you don't really talk much about, but in other contexts outside of work, it's just like, oh, that's what you do, cool, you like it, yes I do, oh,
Um,
cool.